What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pokemon Blue. So in the last episode, we began our quest in the Kanto region and received our starter Pokemon Charmander from Professor Oak. Also in the last episode, we performed a few chores for Professor Oak and also obtained a Nidoran female. So in this episode, we're going to do a little bit of training and head our way into Viridian Forest. But before we do, we're going to get our first Pokemon wild encounter, which is a wild Rattata at level 3, Level 30, that's a little too high for the beginning of the game. But anyways, the battle begins off with Rattata going for the Tail Whip. That does fail. I go for the Tackle. That does a bit, whilst Rattata does do quite a fair bit to Nidoran female. My Tackle was really not doing as much as I would like it to, but unfortunately, by the looks of it, I may be forced to switch out after this tackle, and yeah, I just managed to hang on with a snicker of health. Well, 1 HP really. But yeah, I am forced to switch out, unfortunately, so I don't get the full experience I would like on Nidoran female, but yeah, it's still something. So I send in Charmander, Rattata goes for the tackle. I'm going to do a trolling moment here with Growl. I didn't mean to go for the Growl, but oh well. Rattata goes for the Tail Whip, whilst I just finish it off with a Scratch attack. So Rattata goes down, giving both Charmander and Nidoran female 12 experience each. So after that battle, I'm obviously forced to go back to Viridian City and heal up my Pokemon. Also, just another note, I will no longer show the wild battle encounters. I'll actually just skip them just to save a lot of time. So, here we go. We're back at the Pokemon Center to heal our Pokemon. So, hello again, Nurse Joy. Please heal my Pokemon. Okay, so all Pokemon are fighting fit again, and let's leave the Pokemon Center. So, we're back out, and let's head our way back to Route 2. And let's make our way to Viridian Forest, which is going to be our main focus for this episode. So, we're back on Route 2. And obviously this time I'm not going to enter that patch of grass like I did last time. So let's walk around that, just avoiding all the wild Rattatas and all that. I don't want to get jumped by them anymore. So here we go, just head through this building and you'll have a few people in there. I'm not going to worry about talking to them, they don't really say much. Maybe a few hints maybe. So okay, Viridian Forest. We do get our very first wild encounter in here, which is a wild Caterpie at level 4. I'm actually going to catch this Caterpie because it's going to be quite handy for the very first gym. If I can get Butterfree to level 12, it learns Confusion, which is going to be great up against all of Brock's rock types, seeing as how Charmander is completely useless in that gym. So anyways, I'm just going to launch a couple of tackles off on it just to weaken it down. Caterpie is mainly just using string shots and tackle against me, so this is going to be quite an easy battle indeed. As long as I don't get those crits or I don't score a crit, I'm going to be all good here. So I'm going for the tackle here. That does bring Caterpie down to the red. Here we go. Pokeball. Go. Boom, boom. And Caterpie is mine. So that's sweet. So Caterpie was caught and new data to the Pokédex has been added for Caterpie. So its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. So would like to give a name to Caterpie. At the moment I'm going to say no to that. So before I go any further, I'm going to switch Caterpie to my lead. I'd like to see how much experience I can get on this Caterpie. Okay, so while I'm at it, I'm just going to switch a few more things in my team. So basically now I'm just going to be training my Caterpie and my Nidoran female. So this is going to be quite interesting because both are quite under levels, given that it may still be early game, but it's still quite under leveled. Usually you need to be about level 8 at least. Starter needs to be at least level 8 maybe, but yeah, I'm rambling again. So yeah, continue on Viridian Forest. We've got a few trainers in here, so if you got the starter Pokemon Charmander like I did, Viridian Forest is going to be quite an ease once you've got Ember, which Charmander learns at level 8, I think. But anyways, we've got our first trainer battle, which is Weedle, Bugcatcher. Weedle stands at level 6, so I've got my Caterpie out, which I'm going to switch out immediately into my Nidoran female, just to get the experience for both Nidoran female and my Caterpie. Both are needed for the first gym, so I need them to be at least level 10, maybe a level 11, level 12 at best, but yeah, I've got a long way to go. So anyways, Weedle's going for the Poison Sting on Nidoran Female. That is doing monkeys, seeing as how Poison Sting isn't very effective against Nidoran Female. Plus, I'm going to get the Poison Hacks as well from this. So, String Shot does miss there. Tackle is doing very, very little, seeing as how I'm only standing at level 3 and Weedle stands at level 6. So, there's a big level difference here. So Weedle's String Shot does effectively hit me this time. Speed is quite low at the moment, so I am fearing that critical hit is going to take me out. So I'm quite lucky though. Normally Poison Sting only does 1 damage to Nidoran Female, so I should be able to take this Weedle out with Nidoran Female, giving both Caterpie and Nidoran Female shared experience. So Weedle's down in the red now, so this is all good. 2 more tackles should take Weedle out. So yeah, it's definitely going to be 2 more tackles. Tackles. Don't know Poison Sting just yet. Okay, so Weedle does go down, giving Caterpie and Nidoran Female 33 experience, bringing Nidoran Female to level 4. So Bugcatcher's last Pokemon is Caterpie. So unfortunately, because I've got Switch off, it does kind of make training a little hard. I'm kind of hoping Caterpie goes for the String Shot, but unfortunately it goes for the Tackle, taking my Caterpie out. So that's a little bit of a bummer there. I can't train Caterpie on this battle. So anyways, out comes my Nidoran Female. Caterpie goes for the Tackle. I go for the Growl. So I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there. But anyways, I'm now forced to switch out into my Charmander. So Caterpie goes for the Tackle. It does critical hit damage, unfortunately. But I go for the Scratch. That does about a quarter damage to Caterpie, which is kind of a bollocks thing because I'm standing at level 8. So that was monkeys. I do get the crit there, and this Scratch is just going to miss out on the KO on Caterpie. Caterpie continues going for the tackles, whereas I do finish it off with a Scratch attack. So Nidoran Female grows level 5 after gaining 33 experience from that, and Charmander also gains 33 experience, which means this Bugcatcher is defeated as well. Okay, so moving on. So I am unfortunately forced to head back to Viridian City and heal up my Pokemon, seeing as how Caterpie has unfortunately fainted on me. So, like I said, I do want to train Caterpie and Nidoran Female. They're my priorities on my training list at the moment. It seems how, like I said, Charmander is completely useless in the first gym. So we're back in Viridian, and just heading my way back to the Pokemon Center. So, be no surprise when in the first couple of episodes, I'm going to make a lot of trips to the Pokemon Center, and most likely, this whole start of this Let's Play is going to be quite slow, seeing so I do have to do a lot of training, and a lot of grinding while I'm at it too. So anyways, Pokemon are back to full health, and let's make our way back to Viridian Forest. Hopefully, I won't have to make another trip to the Pokemon Center for quite some time, but who knows, knowing my horrible luck, I probably will have to make another trip in about another 5 minutes time. So anyways, just dodging that patch of grass yet again. Like I said, my luck seems to be quite bad on this game, so knowing my luck, I'm going to get knocked out by a crit or something if I go in that patch. But anyways, we're back in Viridian Forest. So let's make our way back to our little spot that I was up to before, which is up here. So there's a fork in the road. One has a lot of grass, whereas the other one has a lot, is bare, but you do get a trainer on that fork, or that side of the fork. So anyways, let's just take him on anyways, because he is good for the experience. So it's another Bugcatcher, leading with a Weedle at level 7. So obviously I'm leading with my Caterpie. I am going to be switching out immediately as well, because I know my Caterpie does not stand a chance against Weedle. So Weedle goes for the String Shot on my Nidoran Female on the switch, so speed does fall, which means I'm more prone to critical hits now. Weedle goes for the Poison Sting. It is a critical hit, but it does monkeys. My Tackle is doing about 1/5 Weedle, so that's alright, seeing so I'm only standing at level 5. Okay, so Weedle goes for the Poison Sting yet again. It is doing absolute monkeys. So Weedle's down the orange now, goes for the String Shot, so my speed lowers yet again. I go for the Tackle. That's a critical hit, but no red for the win. Okay, so String Shot yet again. Tackle is just going to miss out on the KO again. String Shot does miss, and Weedle does go down to Nidoran Female. Okay, so 39 experience brings Caterpie to level 5, and Nidoran Female also grows level 6 thanks to that 39 experience. Okay, so next Pokemon is Kakuna at level 7. This is definitely where it gets interesting. So I switch back into Caterpie so Caterpie can get some experience. Kakuna goes for the Harden, so this is definitely going to be a drawn out battle. So unfortunately I missed with Tackle there, which means Kakuna can set up yet again. And obviously I'm going to be dealing 1 damage each turn, so I'm hoping for the crits now. So I'm just going to use String Shot a couple of times on Kakuna, just to lower its speed and raise my chance for critical hits. Seeing as our critical hits depend on your Pokemon's speed in this gen. So Kakuna just continues setting up the Harden, so basically it's no threat to my Caterpie at all. It's just a big pain in the rear side because it's, well, basically it doesn't really matter what starter Pokemon you get. All their moves at this stage are basically physical type moves unless you have like Bubble or Ember for Charmander, which are both special in this gen, which will definitely get rid of Kakuna quite fast. But unfortunately, all normal type moves in this gen are physical, which means they're going to do absolute monkeys like this. So after all that rambling, I finally got Kakuna down to the orange, so halfway down, but I'm still only nibbling at its health with Tackle. At the same time, it is PP stalling me. Lucky though, I am getting a few crits at the same time, so that is speeding up the process quite fast. And as I said, this Kakuna only knows Harden, so it's absolutely no threat to your Pokemon. Which means it's quite a handy little training tool as well, so they do spin up a lot of experience. So it's finally down to the red. I reckon about another 4 tackles will do it. So this tackle brings it down a little bit more. And it's just another one will do it though. So boom, that Kakuna finally goes down. So 52 experience for both Caterpie and Nidoran female, bringing Nidoran female to level 7. So Bugcatcher's final Pokemon is a Weedle level 7. So I'm switching out again because Poison Sting is effective against Caterpie. So it goes to the Poison Sting that does monkeys Nidoran female. I'm going to go straight to it with a Tackle. So obviously Poison Sting continues to be used on Nidoran female. Tackle does bollocks, basically. So more Poison Stings, and like I said, because Nidoran female is poison herself, Poison Sting will not be able to poison her. So Tackle does bring Weedle down to under half. Weedle goes for the String Shot, lowering my speed by -1. I go for the Tackle. That does a little bit more to Weedle. String Shot fails this turn. Tackle lands and brings Weedle down to the red, so one more Tackle will take this Weedle out. Okay, so boom and boom, that Weedle goes down, giving Caterpie and Nidoran female a couple, some 39 experience, bringing Caterpie to level 6. So that's another trainer down, giving us 70 Poké Dollars for the win. So moving on, I'm going to avoid the grass this time, but there is a Pokeball on this side which is an antidote, quite handy for Viridian Forest, since there are a lot of Pokemon in this forest, no Poison Sting, so the chance of poison is quite high. Okay, so moving around, we've got more grass here. Just well, basically this part of the forest is a snake, so just weave your way through the forest here. And I'm quite fortunate here because I don't get jumped quite often as I thought I would. But yeah, I'm just walking through this grass without a care. No Pokemon jump me. Woohoo! Down here you're going to find a potion. So quite handy indeed, especially in my situation. I do head back into the grass because I am quite eager to train these Pokemon. So just hoping for a Pokemon. And that was a Metapod, so quite a drawn out battle, and the irony was that Pokemon was also a Metapod as well, so goddamn those Metapods. In the process as well, they did PP stall me, so I go into this trainer battle up against this Bugcatcher with barely any PP left, so that's not good, so I'm already at a disadvantage for this battle. So this Bugcatcher leads with a Weedle at level 9, so that is quite high powered, so I reckon a Poison Sting on this Weedle will take me down half, but I do stick around anyways. String Shot from Weedle does miss, and Tackle does about 2 or 3 damage to Weedle. And yes, that Poison Sting does half to Caterpie, so that is not good, that is far from good. So I'm immediately forced to switch out into my Nidoran female, so that'll absorb the Poison Stings from Weedle, but I'm not quite sure if I've got enough PP to be able to take this Weedle out without sharing the experience between the 3 of my Pokemon. So I go for the String Shot, and unfortunately my Tackle does miss, so that's 1 PP down. And I miss again! So that's 2 misses from Nidoran female with tackle. Like I said, I think I only started this battle with 7 PP on tackle, so I'm down to 4, so that's not good at all. And that Poison Sting got the crit on Nidoran female, definitely far from good as well. Weedle goes for the string shot on Nidoran female, lowering its speed even more. Tackle lands, and yeah, I kind of wish I was doing more damage at the moment, but unfortunately I can't. It's finally down into the red. I'm on my last tackle, so hopefully this hits, and hopefully it doesn't take it out. That's not good. So I'm forced to switch into my Charmander here, which I really didn't want to do because I've got to share experience between the 3 of my Pokemon, so I just wasted it. Well, really, I missed out a lot of experience there. And a dramatical critical hit for the win there. So 31 experience between the 3 of my Pokemon, bringing Nidoran female to level 8, which does mean it learns Scratch. So 31 to Charmander as well, and that's the final trainer down for Viridian Forest. Okay, so I'm not going to continue on any further, but in fact I'm going to backtrack because there is one more thing we need to do back in Viridian City. But I'm not going to handle this episode though, but I will make my way back to Viridian City because I do need to heal my Pokemon, and the one thing I'd like to do in this episode is evolve my Caterpie, so I'm only 1 level off from that. So hopefully on my way back I can probably encounter a Pokemon or 2 and just have my Caterpie sent out and switched into Charmander again, just so I can get a little bit more experience, because I've got a gut feeling I'm not too far off from the next level. So I'm just searching the grass here, just praying I'm going to get a good, decent Pokemon I can verse. Because like I said, I've got no PP on Caterpie's tackle, I've got no PP on Nidoran female's tackle. I'm basically left with Charmander to attack Pokemon. So I got a Pokemon there, and unfortunately I did not get the level up I wanted. In fact, I got a measly level an experience distribution there, so I'm now forced to head back to Viridian City and head my way back to Route 22, which is where we caught Nidoran female last episode. So basically, what I'm going to do now is head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up my Pokemon, give everyone back their PP and just give them back to full health, and then head back to Route 22 and see if I can get that one particular Pokemon that will allow Caterpie to evolve into Metapod, because that is the one step I need to be able to successfully take on the next gym. Okay, so the first step for my plan has been done, which is heal my Pokemon and get all my PP back. Second step is to head back to Route 22, which is west of Viridian City. So we're back on Route 22, which is where we caught Nidoran female, like I said. And I do get my wild Pokemon encounter, which is, ironically, a Nidoran female sitting at level 4. So, unfortunately, I did catch mine at level 3, but it might be what I need to get my Caterpie to level 7, which is what I want. So, Tackle is doing very little, although it is a Caterpie launching it, so it makes sense. So, Tackle does bring Nidoran female down to the orange, whereas Nidoran female is only just launching the tackles off on me. It does no growl as well, so that's going to drag this out a little bit more. But as long as I don't die and I can kill this, it's all good. All good. So Nidoran female gets the crit there on that tackle. I just missed out on the KO again. So tackle there brings me down to 9. And I do take Nidoran female out with this tackle. So that goes down, giving Caterpie 33 experience, which is just enough to get me to level 7. And at the same time, that does mean Caterpie can evolve into an epic Metapod. Woohoo! So that's the next step down to be able to take down the next gym. Okay, so Caterpie evolved into Metapod. And with that, that's going to wrap up episode 2. So in the next episode, we're going to take on our rival Pimp. So until then, this is Lady Crimson saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!